Back to my channel, and today's video is all about eyebrows. I'm always asked where I go get my eyebrows done, and the thing is I do my own eyebrows. The reason being because my eyebrows grow in so quickly, and just because I have strange brows, like this eyebrow has like a cowlick, and my eyebrow hairs just grow upwards and they're crazy. And honestly, just to save money, and I taught myself how to do this, and I'm going to teach you guys how to wax your own brows at home. So just to start off, if you're not comfortable or confident to wax your own brows, I suggest you don't do it, just because if you lack that confidence, you can mess up. And if you do want to start off, I suggest using wax strips, and the ones that you just like warm up with your hands, and then eventually you can move on to like hot wax. And for this video, I'm just going to be using this wax right here. I got it at Walmart, or you can get it at Ulta, I believe, as well. And I find it's just best because it comes in a little tin cup. I don't know. It's reheatable. You can reheat it every time you need to use it, so that's very convenient. You don't need a wax heater to use this. You can just heat it up on your stove, and it's good to use whenever and as much as you need. Most importantly, shape. So the shape of your brows. When creating a shape, you want to measure, and I find the best way to measure is the beginning of your brow. Take I'm just using this eyebrow pencil, yes, and I'm just going to take it and line it like that, and that's where the beginning of your brow should start. So I'm honestly just gonna mark it for you guys so you guys can see, and I'm gonna be using my mirror just so I can get a better view. So right here, right there, I'm gonna do it to the other brow as well. And as you guys can see, let me zoom in. As you guys can see, I marked off the beginning of my brows, and the middle of your brow, where the arch should begin, should be at the pupil. So that's where you guys can see my arch is starting to begin right here, so you can even mark that as well. I'm just marking it for you guys to see. I just know how to like do it because I've been doing it for so long. And where your brow should end, and you want to add it, like, you know, see the ankle. And I messed up on this brow like a week ago. I accidentally waxed off too much, and I have a scar in my brow, so obviously I lack hair due to that reason as well. So let's do it again. Middle, mark, and mark. So now you guys can see where I marked my brows, and let's get on to waxing. And before you even start waxing, you obviously want the wax to cool down, which I have done so before this video, and it should be kind of like sticky, tacky looking. And I'm just using a large toothpick just because I find it's more precise as opposed to the huge popsicle sticks they give you. You know, you want to be more precise. So I'm just taking off the excess wax from the stick, and I'm just gonna start waxing in between my brows because I do have a unibrow, a slight unibrow. And just like that. And you don't want to pass that line. Sorry, I'm like using the mirror, it's hard to do this on camera. And just like that, the middle of my brows, and it is starting to harden, and I'll show you guys how to remove it as well. And again, I'm taking off the excess wax, and I'm just going to wax right underneath where the hair grew back in. And right underneath in the beginning of my brow as well. And I kind of use the toothpick as a guide. As you can see, I'm putting it straight against the skin and then gliding it, just so it already acts as a guideline. And just like that. And as you can see, the wax is starting to harden already. And I'm going to wax the top of my brow. This is just what I do. It doesn't mean you guys have to do this exactly. I'm just showing you guys what I do personally. And I'm going to wax a little bit above brow. I'm not taking off any of the end. As you can see, that line right there, I don't want to take that off. I don't want to shorten the brow. And now that the wax has hardened, you can just touch it and you can feel it. We're going to remove the wax, and when removing the wax, you want to pull the hairs in the opposite direction that it grows. So I'm going to pull the wax in the opposite direction. And just like that. And honestly, it doesn't hurt that much. I think because I'm so used to it. Sometimes it is extra sensitive, but you get used to it after some time. And I'm going to pull the wax downwards. And this is the end result after waxing. And I do go in with hair cutting eyebrow scissors, and I just trim any extra long hairs within my brows, and I'll just brush down like this. And I barely trim because you don't want to trim off too much, and then it'll even make the eyebrows thinner. I like thick brows on myself personally. And then I'll brush upwards and just trim. Just like that. And next is this brow, and I'll show you guys again. And after I'm done waxing my brows, I go on to tinting my brows, and it's just like hair dye, but it's for your eyebrows. Do not use hair dye on your eyebrows. It can be dangerous, and it can be blinding if you do get it in your eyes. I will link down below what I use for my brows. What tinting does, it tints the skin and as well as the brow hairs, and it just the brows appear to be fuller, and with that it appears fuller naturally, as opposed, like, you don't have to fill it in. You can just wear it the tint alone, which I do for the first couple days. Then I start to fill once it starts to fade, and it is semi-permanent. It's not permanent, obviously, just like hair dye. And I'll show you guys what I do. Just to ensure you don't get any of the dye on your skin around, you can use a Q-tip with Vaseline and just protect the skin so it doesn't dye the skin around the eyebrows and just the brows. I'm using an old eyebrow angled brush, and I'm going to just start dyeing my brows as I would fill them. And I do leave more dye on the ends of my brows and less in the front because I do like that ombre look. And if I do mess up like I just did, I'll take my Q-tip and wipe away the excess. And now that it is all filled in, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, probably about 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll start to wipe away the front with a wet wipe, and then I'll leave the rest on the end and wipe that away a minute or two after. As you can see, the brow has darkened quite a bit, and I'm gonna start wiping away the product in front of the brow. And I'm just going to wipe it up to mid-brow. And as you can tell, there is a huge difference from my left brow and my right eyebrow. And I'll show you guys this eyebrow as well. And as you guys can see, there's obviously a huge difference before to now. This is just what I do. If you feel comfortable enough and confident enough, go ahead and do it. If you don't, work your way towards it using face waxing strips, and you can cut them and customize them to wax your own brows, and then eventually you can work your way towards hot wax. I love this and being able to do it myself because I can wax my brows whenever needed. I don't need to make an appointment, and it saves so much money. That wax that I used, I think it was like $8 at Walmart and around the same price at Ulta. I hope this video was useful and that you guys learned something new. If you have any questions or comments, just comment down below. If you have any suggestions, also do that. And thank you for watching. Bye.